Hello and welcome to Tales from Hor'Izon, where short stories from our TTRPG world come to life. I'm your world forger Neil, and today's story is The Legend of the Dice Pantheon. Let's begin. The fire crackled in the great hall, casting long shadows across the carved stone walls. The children of the clans sat cross-legged in a circle, their eyes wide with anticipation. At the head of the gathering, old grandfather Ulrich leaned forward, his weathered hands resting on the great oaken staff that had seen many more years than any of them combined. His voice, deep and slow, carried the weight of ages. "Gather close, young ones," he said, his eyes gleaming like embers. "For tonight I will tell you of the Dice Pantheon, the great forces that shape our fate, the unseen hands that weave our victories and our doom." The children gasped. They had heard whispers of the Dice Pantheon before, of the gods that decided fortunes with the roll of celestial bones, but few knew the true stories. Ulrich smiled, nodding. "Ah, so you have heard of them. But do you know their names? Do you know their whims?" He took a deep breath, settling into the tale. "There are many gods in the Dice Pantheon, but their power is fickle, their favor fleeting. At the head of them all sits Primeus, the All-Roller, who shapes destiny itself with a single toss of the great cosmic die. It is said that when Primeus rolls, entire kingdoms rise and fall, and no mortal may question the result." A young girl raised her hand. "Grandfather, what number does Primeus roll?" Ulrich chuckled. "None can say, child. Some claim he rolls a perfect balance of fate, ensuring all things unfold as they should. Others whisper that even he does not know, that he simply casts the die and watches, as we all must, powerless to change what comes next." The children shivered, but Ulrich's voice pressed on. "Then there is Fortuna, the Lady of High Rolls. She is the one we pray to in battle, in games of chance, in desperate moments when all seems lost. Her favor brings the stroke of luck that turns a tragedy into a triumph. But beware, for Fortuna's gifts are never promised, and she is as quick to turn her back as she is to smile upon you." A boy with messy hair frowned. "What about bad luck?" Ulrich's face darkened. "Ah, that is the work of Calamitous, the betrayer of rolls, the trickster. It is he who ensures that swords shatter in the heat of battle, that mighty warriors stumble when they should strike true. He delights in the lowest of rolls, in the cruel twist of fate that turns certainty into despair." The boy paled, hugging his knees. Ulrich grinned. "But do not fear, little one, for there are others in the Pantheon still. There is Evanara, the keeper of balance. She watches over the dice, ensuring that luck is never too kind nor too cruel. She is the reason why a hero may stumble one day but stand tall the next. Many believe that she and Primeus are the same, two faces of the same force, though none can say for sure." He leaned in closer, voice dropping to a whisper. "And then there is the Hollow One." The fire popped loudly, making some of the children jump. "No one speaks his true name," Ulrich continued. "He is the god of the dice that never roll, of fate that never moves. To call upon him is to invite stagnation, to be trapped in a world where no choice has meaning, where time itself refuses to turn. Beware his grasp, my children, for to be held in his hands is to be forgotten." A hush fell over the room. Ulrich straightened, his expression softening. "But take heart, for the Dice Pantheon is neither friend nor foe. They are the forces that shape our world, as wild and unpredictable as the wind and sea. They do not decide who we are, only what chances we are given. It is up to us to make of them what we will." He picked up a small wooden die from his pouch, holding it up for all to see. "And so we roll, as mortals have always done. For in the end, all of life is a game of chance, and every choice we make is a toss of the die." With that, Ulrich flicked the die into the air. The children held their breath. It tumbled, spun, and landed. The firelight gleamed off its surface. A natural 20. The room erupted into cheers, and somewhere in the unseen halls of fate, Fortuna smiled. This story takes place in Hor'Izon, a world built for tabletop role-playing. All you need is a set of dice and the Hor'Izon guidebook, coming soon. Sign up at the link in the description to stay updated. Thank you for listening, and please join us again for another Tale from Hor'Izon.